Good to see you. It's been a while. 24 hours. For Pete Buttigieg, that's a work week. Now, we're going to talk about the war, but first, it's Friday. So we should do something really stupid, something really idiotic, because God knows we need it, like 2 heaping scoops of dumb.
It's the Cuomos! Whoa! Starring Andrew and Chris. Cool.
Yeah, they're back, like that rash I got from Cat's couch. The disgraced governor in live action, Count Chocula, is suggesting he might run again for New York governor. Good luck getting the elderly vote, since he offed so many of them. True, he may be the only Democrat that'll have a hard time getting dead people to vote for him.
I have a lot of options. I'm open to all of them. I'm hoping for an offer from the New York Jets. I still think I could play wide receiver. So I'm looking. Are you seeing the Jets playing? So I'm open to all options, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Well, the guy knows his baseball, I'll give him that. Now, his disgraced brother Chris is up in the lawsuit demand against CNN to $125 million. Now, Cuomo's calling out his former co-workers, and that leads me to a confused place. It reminds me of puberty, which means it's time for
Greg's internal dilemma.
Yes. When there's a fight between people you dislike, who do you root for? Well, let's start with the idiot brother. Ha, I should be more specific. Let's go with Chris. He's not only suing CNN, but bashing his former co-workers, including Jeff Zucker, Brian Stelter, and the airbrushed block of stupid known as Don Lemon. Wednesday, in his court filing, he trashed his brotherly buffoon, even mentioning how Lemon warned Jussie Smollett that the cops didn't buy his fake hate crime, adding that, quote, Lemon was not disciplined in any way, unquote, cat. Well, he was. He was disciplined, but a spanking hardly qualifies as punishment when you pay for it. But it's weird to see Lemon get trashed by someone who cared for him so deeply.
I'll talk to you soon, Mr. Christopher Cuomo. I love you, brother.
I love you, Don Lemon.
If you watch a certain state TV and you listen to conservative media, you would think that, you know, entire cities are just, you know, embroiled in fights and fires and whatever. We went out and had a great dinner. Right?
Makes me love you more, D. Lemon.
I love you, brother. I love you.
I love you, D. Lemon.
Get to the news.
You and your whack tie.
I love you too, brother.
Oh, you love them. You love them the way I love you, D. Lemon. I love you, brother.
I love
I'll
you
see
too.
you soon.
All right, have a great weekend. You're a partner here, and I'm just happy to have you back because nobody bounces off each other between shows like you and I do. Now go on.
I love you, D. Lemon.
I love you, brother.
Yeah, nobody bounces like that. It's like Romeo and Juliet for cologne-drenched knuckleheads. And here I thought that was as real as the moon landing. And by moon landing, I'm referring to Brian Stelter sitting on a toilet. Oh. That's 2. So, look, we haven't been doing fun news in a while, so give me a break. So it turns out it was as fake as cats' love for jazz. But the love affair now has gone sour. I haven't been blindsided by a breakup like this since Donnie left Marie. They were brother and sister, so it's okay. So yeah, it's surprising that 2 men who profess their love for each other over and over again would now rip each other to shreds. You know, I'm starting to think that almost everything on that network is a lie. Now, I don't blame Cuomo. After his firing, Lemon said Chris shouldn't get severance since he broke journalistic standards, which is funny, having Lemon lecturing someone on journalistic standards. That's like taking voice lessons from Neil Young or learning how to meditate from Judge Janine. Bottom line, they're all phonies, including Chris. So who do you root for? It's like a fight between Dracula and Frankenstein. I'm referring to Pelosi and Biden. But this rift tells a bigger story. It's a lesson about the media and that nothing they do is true, even their friendships. They make it all up and they think you're dumb enough to buy it. Like the 1619 Project, or Russian collusion, or Hunter's laptop being disinformation, or that Kilme doesn't live out of his car. We know he does. Most of the media is just a collection of thirsty, shallow hacks bent on fame and fortune. And when it goes sour, they'll sue their best pal. And that goes for America's sweetheart, too, Dana Perino. She'd just as soon cut you as look at you. I kid. I think. Actually, we do all get along here at Fox News. Here's me in Hemmer's hot tub. Here's me in Stuart Varney's hot tub. And here's me under Dana Perino's bed. That was a surprise. So I don't care who wins this lawsuit. I just want you to know that they lie about everything from big things like collusion and crime to the little things like mere friendship. Okay, now to his bro, Andrew. He's a jackass, true, and a creep, that's true. But he's still more competent than the current governor we have here, Kathy, what's her name? Who, by the way, wasn't voted in by the people. She's such a dim bulb, she couldn't light up a glove compartment. She wouldn't budge on ridding the bail reforms, even as people died. Between her and Andrew Cuomo, they're responsible for the death of more New Yorkers than loose subway grates and falling air conditioners combined. But now she's coming around with an election looming. Too late, I say. So that's the dilemma, the lesser of two evils. If only there was a solution. And maybe there is. Shall I read you a tweet I saw from last night? Here goes. Hey, Greg, do you have any pictures of cats' feet? Oh, sorry, that's a wrong one. Frickin' Geraldo. This is from our very own Janice Dean. Quote, if Andrew Cuomo tries to run for governor again, maybe the weather bitch will too. Well, that would be awesome. Because if she runs, she wins. Because unlike the others, she's real and she's likable. And there's nothing in her background or past that would sink her. She's so clean, you could eat off her forehead. Trust me, I have. She's so spotless, she makes Dana Perino look like Pigpen. And mark my words, if she does run, I will help her. Meaning I won't endorse her. Let's welcome tonight's guest. She has the heart of a libertarian and the glasses of a librarian. Host of Kennedy on Fox Business, Kennedy. Kardashian, Lowe, Pattinson, just to name a few Hollywood Robs more famous than this one. TV writer and producer Rob Lowe. She gets up so early, birds tell her to keep the worm. Fox and Friends first co-host Carly Shimkus. And she's so white, Hunter Biden tried to snort her. Fox News contributor, Kat Timpf. I don't know if that was necessary, but I had to use it.
Is it ever?
No, it's not. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Today, can't wait to go out
Yeah.
and have some Guinness.
You know, have you checked your calendar? Are you working off 2022?
Yeah.
Just checking, because you might be off by a day.
No.
Okay, all right. Well, it's going to be fun. Go to the parade.
Yeah,
Go to the parade.
that's my plan. After,
Yeah.
the parade's at 1:30 a.m.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Just go out there alone.
Yeah.
Go out there alone. Kennedy.
Hi.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Do you miss the Chris Dawn love fest as much as I do?
That montage, I could never imagine being so satisfied as I was by that. Because if you are willing to name someone that you love so much, you profess your love nightly. It's like you have written Shakespearean sonnets to this person.
Right.
With your jackass tongue and limited intellect. He did that. And then he names him in a lawsuit, which that's the thing that makes him unemployable. This is the thing, like, prospective employers look at this and they don't go, oh, it wasn't him helping his brother. Like, we get that.
Right.
It wasn't these allegations from other women. Those are awful, but, it's like half the guys in our newsroom have done worse. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that he went after everyone that he used to work with by name and trash them. Who would ever want to employ someone like that?
Exactly. Once you start suing, people you claim to love, everybody's on the table, Rob, if you catch my drift. I just winked at you.
I saw that. A very uncomfortable one.
I try to make you feel as awkward as
point on the doll where I feel the most vulnerable.
And I have that doll.
I know you do.
Up in my office. We'll go together.
Yeah.
Isn't this emblematic or symbolic of what the media is? It's manufactured theater, right? It's like even the friendships are fake.
Well, okay, yeah. I think one thing you're missing here is it's about $100 million.
Yes, so that changes.
So the price on their friendship is less than $100 million.
Right.
Which I kind of buy. Although I'd like to see it here. I'd like to see, Laura Ingraham and Tucker Carlson. Hey, I love you, Lolo. I love you, T. Carl. I love you, T. Carl. I think you had it cool, right? I mean, just try it, just for a week, and see how it goes.
That is an amazing idea. I wonder if anybody would catch on.
I love you, J. Watt. I love you, Hey, I love you, GG. You're my bro. I mean, kind of great. And I mean no disrespect, but if one of those people is fired for whatever reason,
right,
and they sue for $100 million, they will trash the place.
Yeah.
That is what you do for $100 million.
Yeah, and then you never work again because you don't have to because you have
$100 million.
Which today is about 10 million. I don't get out of bed for 100 million, Carly.
Right. Well, when it comes to the Cuomos, their ego is so big. It's like a movie. There's just going to be a downfall.
Right.
And it's like they haven't even been humbled. Like you said, Chris Cuomo isn't worth $125 million. Is he crazy? And then let's not forget, when Andrew Cuomo was making his resignation speech, his rebuttal to sexually harassing 11 women was that he was Italian.
Right.
And then he made that preposterous explanation with a straight face, like everybody would believe him. So no, the one isn't gonna get or shouldn't get the $125 million, and the other's not gonna be governor again.
Yeah. And that means an opening for Janice Dean, which I do believe that she would win. But Kat, I want to ask you a question because when I was writing
scared.
this, I know. How do you know if you're not? How do you know if you're not fake? Like, I could be fake. Fake. My point is, fake people don't know they're fake. Like they did all of that for years. And they're fake, but they didn't know that. Like, do you ever wonder if you're fake or real?
No, because for me, it's the lack of impulse control that prevents me from being fake.
Yes.
I think I'd have to do more thinking in order to develop that. But you don't know until it's too late.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
You don't know. He thought it was a cool thing. But again, $125 million, that is also an insane number, like for future earnings.
Yes.
He has a lot of confidence, in his career for being the guy with a show nobody watched.
Yeah, exactly. That's the weird thing. They get terrible ratings.
What if you did that with Shannon Bream, though? What if you tossed her and you were like, I love you, Shannon Bream? She was like, I am so uncomfortable.
Yes, exactly.
She's like, please start calling me evil again.
Yes. I'll just do it to Mike Emanuel. Last question, should Janice Dean run?
Yes.
Yes?
Because,
I would vote for her in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Cuomo called her a bitch, which, men get called bitches if they're weak, but women get called bitches for being assertive. So that already means she's a leader. Plus, she doesn't strike me as much of a groper.
No, that's true. That's true.
Although politics is awful. She's too good for that.
However, with her weather background, she'll always know when to call in the snow plows.
That's true. That's absolutely right. And she's not going to close schools because now they're all Zooming.
Yeah.
She would be fantastic. Kathy Hochul sucks. She's the current New York governor that no one knows.
Yeah.
She got booed at a Rangers game the other night when she dropped the ceremonial puck.
Oh.
She's no good either.
What a pucking idiot.
I'm a single issue voter.
Yes.
If I can go and get a drink and then walk out of the restaurant with a drink and walk down the street with it, you have my vote.
There you go. That's so true.
So I am definitely a Governor Kathy partisan right now.
No, exactly.
But I'm willing to listen to other offers from other.
I'll talk to Janice. I'm going to be her invisible advisor. I won't. I won't do that. I'm too lazy and I really don't care. All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.